Why is it so easy for children to adopt these ideologies? I'll tell you why. Have you ever stole a Lego from a child? Children are very naive. They have no comprehension of the fact that evil is possible in this world. They're naive by nature. Children are naive, right? But when you show children, when you so much as dare is show a child that being a bad guy is possible, no one is more fucking ruthless and brutal than children. You steal a Lego from a child, and if he had his way, that child would literally stare at you with a straight face, stone cold, and watch you get beheaded and not think a damn thing of it. You don't underestimate this inherent brutality of children. You steal a Lego from a child, they will actually be okay with you getting beheaded. And why? It's not because they're evil, necessarily. It's because children can't have any sense of forgiveness, because for them, everything is good. And if there's the slightest hint of anything bad, it must be immediately extinguished and squashed, and then everything goes back to normal, right? There's no sense of forgiveness because they haven't come to accept bad things as part of the world, right? And that's why they're so especially brutal. For they have this very brutal sense of justice. You steal my Lego, you get fucking beheaded. And this isn't a bad thing because it's justice. Everything becomes balanced again, right? Well, that explains the revolutionary enthusiasm of the Gonzalo people and the so-called Maoists, right? They have the exact same mentality. What you're dealing with is Barney the dinosaur. I love you, you love me. Pay no attention to the blood dripping because I have several bodies, all counter-revolutionaries. I love you, you love me. If you are a reactionary, I have a knife right for you. It's like that's what you're dealing with, right? You're dealing with this childlike brutality, not because they are trying to they're thinking of themselves as evil, but because everything is for this ultimate good, right? This infantile, childlike sense of a good world, right? So every single day, you see people losing their shit over socialist patriotism because listen, as a child, we're taught that America is good and we're the good guys. And then when you learn that's not true, you cope. And the way that leftists have coped is they've adopted communism as an ideology. So for them, communism rights all of the wrongs that America is guilty of, right? So when they adopt an ideology and an aesthetic, and it's not just leftists guilty of this, it's all internet ideologies actually that are guilty of this. An ideology is supposed to be like what Lacan called a symptom, right? Ideology is like Sonichu. You know Sonichu, Chris Chan? Chris Chan had his own way of coping with the contradictions of the world by wearing a medallion that is a combination of Sonic and Pikachu, right? For him, this unity, this alchemical unity of opposites, if you will, protected him from the contradiction inherent in the world, right? And internet ideologies are the same thing as the Sonichu medallion. You adopt this ideology as a way to cope with the contradictions of the world, where in your ideology, everything is good and everything is perfect, right? So it's your ideology versus the world, right? This is the quintessential form of idealist utopianism, right? It's a way. Let me explain to you, and don't overthink this. I just want you to like think about it for 1 second, and you'll get it. Right? An internet ideology is a little teat you can just suck on forever. Every time your ideology is your personal teat. Your personal teat you can suck on at your convenience. When you're a baby, it's your mother's teat that calms you down, right? That helps you cope with the world. What do you think a pacifier is, right? It's probably not true, but like there's like a very weird thing in Freudian psychoanalysis where they'll identify the oral stage directly with people interpret it wrongly. Like oral stage, the pacifier, all this represents like something like oral sex. Of course, it's not true. A pacifier is a stand-in for the mother's teat, right? It's the mother's teat, which children need, right? Like, it pacifies them. And if they don't have that, they cry. So when they're crying, you just feed them and then they're okay, right?